Hi guys, it's me again. Today I'm going to discuss about loading sequence or what we call loading plan. So to start with, uh, we are to load in Port Hedland, Australia, and to discharge in Gwangyang, South Korea. The cargo is iron ore, and the name of the cargo is Makyang Fines, Yandi Fines. This is a specific gravity, and what's the other name for that one? Stowage factor. And this is the rate of your ballast pump, 2,800 metric tons, a cubic meter per hour, with two pumps. And water density is 1.025. And so we proceed. The total cargo to load is 205,655 metric tons, and we have 9 holds. This is a capesize vessel, and so we start by loading in number 6. This is the number of pours, so pour 1, pour 2. So in number 1 pour, you start loading in hold number 6, and once you start loading, or at the start of loading or prior to the start of loading, you pump out WB water ballast number 6 port and starboard, and after finishing loading in hold number 6, your forward drop will be 8.14 metric tons, meters, and your up will be 8.82 meters. Your bending moments will be 40%, and your shearing force is 34%. You have an air draft of 19.4, and your mid draft will be 8.48, and your trim will be 0.66. So in the second pour, you load in hold number 4 with the cargo of 8,500 and continuous pumping. And when you're in pour 2, you pump out water ballast number 4, port to starboard. And after finishing loading in number 4, your forward drop will be 8.56 meters. Up drop will be 9.10 meters. You have a 38% bending moments and 23% shearing force. Your air drop will be 19.1, and your mid drop will be 8.84, and your trim will be 0.54. So this goes on support and support until we reach pour number 18. So in pour number 18, we'll be loading hold number 1, about 9,105 metric tons, and uh, your forward draft will be 17.76, and your updraft will be 18.12. Your bending moments is 78%, and your shearing force is 58%, and air drop is 0.1. Your mid drop or midship drop is 17.4, and you have a trim of 0.36. Okay, but in pour number 12, in hold number 9, you start stripping, and the look at the trim. It's 4.26. This is a very good trim because you can easily pump out the ballast in your tanks easily. So must have a good trim when loading. You should have always trim by the stern. So So you look at the trim by 1.5, so big, and here you have a big trim here. So then you lessen. So after you have completed loading in hold number 1, the operation will stop because uh, the chief officer and the uh, dock surveyor will go down the vessel, go around the vessel, and take a draft check. They will read. They will have readings on the draft, forward and up, port starboard, midship, port starboard, and up, port and starboard. So that they will going to compute how many remaining cargoes left. But according to our loading sequence, we will have 4,000 remaining cargo to load, and the trimming holes will be 1 and 9, and our departure drop will be, or the deepest drop or the sailing drop will be 18.23 on the mid. We have a trim about 20 centimeters, and this will be the expected forward drop and up drop. So uh, once they have already have this drop, for example, uh, they're going to compute how many cargoes remaining, actual cargoes remaining. So we put on this initial drop 1776 and 1812. 7612. 7612. So here we put here 17, 17, 76, and 18.12. And what will be the midship drop, forward and up? Forward, port starboard, sorry. The midship drop will be 1794. So put here 1794. 1794. That will be on the port side, and starboard side 17.94. So that will be your mid. And our sailing drop was 18.23 for the mid drop, which is this one, 18.23, and the trim will be 0.2. So put 18.23, and there you go. You will have a rise and sink of 0.229. So for the sake of uh, uh, demonstration, let's say this will put sailing drop will be 18.20. You see there's a change on rise and sink will be 0.26 centimeters, and this will be the recommended cargo to load in the remaining cargo. But we are not we are going to sail with 1823. So observe, this one will change, this one also will change. So let's go back to our original departure drop, which is 1823. See, so it is 0.29 centimeters, and cargo to load is 4,022.6 metric tons. Now this 0.26 centimeters starts from 17.94 going up to 1823. So you have 29 centimeters to reach at the level of 1823. So when you load your cargo in the vessel starts to go deeper into the sea until you reach the draft of 1823 from 1794. So this relates amount of cargo. So how much cargo uh, is equal to this 29 centimeters? This amount of cargo is this one, 4,226 centimeters, metric tons, I'm sorry. So how did I get this 4,022.6 metric tons? There's a formula here. The formula is K8, which is letter K, and 8. This is the sinkage times or multiply by 100 times or multiply by M3, which is your TPC. Now, 823, 18.23 has equivalent of TPC. So you have to interpolate to get an exact TPC. Because in the hydrostatic table, we have only 1820 and 1840. We go to the hydrostatic table. So you have only 1760, which is 138 over 68, and 1780, which is 13870. So you have to interpolate to get the exact value of 123, 1.23, and this will be the value of your TPC. So by getting this amount, you have a formula. Now, remember this one. This formula, simple formula, is very, very powerful, very great. This will this will dictate the ship how much to load, remaining cargo to load to reach 18.23 your maximum drop. You have to you have to concentrate on this formula to get the value of your cargo. So he says you recommended cargo to load for trimming. So this is recommended by this program or your computation. So what happens if you load 20,023? But in actual practice, we don't load 4,023. We load only 4,000. But for accuracy, if you want accuracy, see, when you want to load 4,000, 4,000, bear in mind, observe that your sinkage is less. There's a lesser value, and your maximum drop also is less. So we want an accurate amount of cargo to be loaded, so we put 4,000, let's say 23. So when you load this 4,023, you get the same value of your sinkage, which is 0.29, and your sailing drop is 1823 and 1823. Now, once you loaded this value of 4,023, your mid will be exactly 1823. This is your mid. And once you load also this value of 4,023, you will have a mean drop, which is 1823. But unfortunately, you don't know how much is your forward drop and up drop. But for sure, you will have a main drop. This will be your main drop, and you will have a zero even keel or zero deflection. See, this is the accuracy of this formula, because once you have this value of remaining cargo to load, which is 4,023, when you load, you will have a deflection. You will have a midship drop of 1823, which is equal to this compute targeted 1823, and see, it's almost the same. So you will have zero deflection. So it's really an accurate formula. So you have to stick to this one. You believe in this one, or you stand for this formula. Then the next aspect will be how much load are we going to load in number 1 or in number 9, because this is our trimming hole. So it says here you go to trimming holes 2. So we go to trimming holes 2. Here's your cargo to load, and this is the program for trimming holes. So it will compute on how much we load in number 1 and number 9. And according to our plan, we will have a trim of 20 centimeters. Now, let's say the trimming hole is 1 and 9. For the sake of demonstration, we will train halimbawa example about 2 and 8. See, 2 and 8. So the value of 2 and 8, the program will compute how much you will load in number 2 and how much you will load in number 8. But since our plan is to use hold number 1 and hold number 9. So how much are we going to load in number 1? According to the computation or the program, we're going to load 2005 in hold number 1 and 2017 in hold number 9. So in number 1, 2005. So we go number 1. So here's we put 2005, for example. Okay. How much will be in hold number 9? It will be 2018. See, roughly 2018. So when we load, completed loading in hold number 1 and number 9, the resultant of your sailing drop will be 1813 and 1830 with a trim of 20 centimeters. Our mean drop will be 1823. How do you get your mean drop? You add forward drop plus your up drop, divide by 2, and this will be your mean drop. And your deflection will be 0. We'll see if we get the target. We really reach the target of our sailing drop. Forward will be 1813 and up drop will be 1833. Here, after loading 1 and 9, the sailing drop forward will be 1813 and 1833 exactly. Our midship drop is 1823 and trim is 20 centimeters. So we reached the target of our loading plan, that our forward drop will be 1833 and 1813 and 1833 up. So let's see again. Here we are, and we go to the other one. See, our forward drop is 1813 and our up drop is 1833 with a trim of 20 centimeters. Our mean drop is 1823 0.2. So mid drop 1823 is this one. This is our mid drop or final drop, and our mean drop is this one. Mean drop is 182302. So we had a 0 deflection, even kill. Now, the next question is, how did you get this sinkage and rise of value of 0.29 forward and now? You don't have really to compute how to get this one. All you have to do is look at this one, sinkage or rise. This will be your sinkage and rise, 0.29. So you just copy this one and place it here. place it in forward and up. But if we want a computation, the formula with this is this one. F24 divided by H12 divided by 100. What is H4, H24 and H12 and times 100? This is the one. F24 is your cargo remaining and your H12 is your TPC, divide by 100 and you will have a rise. So we will see which is F24, where you get F24. So F24 is this one, column F, and your row is 24. So the value is 4023. 4023, which is the value of your cargo to load. And the next one is your TPC, which is TPC is actually your TPC for departure 138.71. This one, that's where you get the TPC of 138.71. And if you're not satisfied, you can also use this TPC. Here, TPC 138.7. Which one you like is doesn't matter. You will still get the result. This one or this one. So you get this 138.71, and the value will be equal. Will be 0.29. So let's say 4023 divided by 138.71 divide 100, and you will have a value of 0.29. Okay. And so we are done with this. We are done with this sequence of buoy 21. Now we'll try another loading sequence. Okay, we try this one with the same procedures. This one from Port Headland, then this time we go to Pohang, South Korea. Voyage number is 019. Go here. So after they have stopped already, taking a draft survey around the vessel, and they want they already agreed to a certain draft for trimming. So they agreed to this draft 1714, 1761 up, and their midship mid draft is 1738, and trim will be 047. So we put on, we'll compute on this one, 17 forward, 1714, 1714 forward, 1714 up, 1761, 1761, 17.61. And what will be the mid drop? Mid drop will be 1738. 1738. Oh, sorry. 1738. 1738. 38. 1738. So 1738, 1738. What is his final mid or departure mid? See? is 1775. 1775. Oh, sorry. 1775. 1775. 17.75. So his departure drop is 1775. He has 0.37 centimeters to reach 1775 from 1738. So from 1738, he have to go up until he reaches 1735, which is 0.37 centimeters. Now we will convert this into metric tons. So this is the formula, and this is now the value of 0.37 centimeters to 5,131.7, because this is the this is the recommended cargo to load. So we put in, let's say, 5132. When we put in 5132, if we put in 5, the results will be, the mid will be the same as your final mid, and the sinkage will be the same as your sinkage. Meaning it's really accurate. So meaning you have to trust on this, in this formula, and he will give you an exact number, and you will never be overload or a shortage of cargo. So once you have loaded this one, your mid will be 75, which is this one, actual mid, and your main will be 17.74, which don't know what is your forward and up draft, but for sure your main will be 17.74, and you will have a 0 deflection. Sag is only because of this figure, but actually you have an even keel of 0 deflection. So what is our loading cargo hold for trimming? It will be 1 and 9, about 5,000. See, so 5,000. So we have to, according to the program, you have to load more, about 132 more. So it's still 19. See here, after we loaded it, we go to holes number 2, and we go to 1 and 9. So put here 1, example 1 and 9. Okay. Remember, the cargo was 5,132. How much actually are we to load in number 1? And what is our trim? By the way, our trim is 0.23. So our trim is 0.23. I'm sorry. Trim is 0.23. You put your trim here. 0.23. Now, I'm sorry, mali. That's why you got 0.23. That's it. Now, this is now the recommended cargo to load in number 1 and number 9. So in number 1, we have to load 2,608 or 2,609. So I prefer 2,609. 2,609. And what will be your hold number 1? 2,523 and 2,523. Once you have loaded this one, what will be the results of your final draft? The results of your final draft is 17.63 forward and 17.86 up with a 0 deflection. Your mid is 74.75. I'm sorry, which is this one. Your mid or 17.7500, and your min is this one, 17.75, 70.75. So it's really zero. Remember this one, 1763 and 1786. You put this one down. 1763 and 1786. You have a min of 17.4553, and your min is this one, 17.7500. So that's it. So this is really a good program. Now the point here is this one. You get as much as many as loading sequence as you can. Here I got 1, 2, 3. So if you have 5, much more better, because they will give you confidence on how to trim a vessel. I suggest you start with 5 loading sequence or maybe more, so that you will have the sense of trimming it and you will have more confidence. So we'll finish this one, so we go to another sequence. This time we're loading in Dampier, Australia, and discharge in Gwangyang, and the voyage number is 20. And here, after completed the loading, we are now for trimming. The drop forward is 1789 and up is 1805. So we apply this one, 1789. 1789. 1789. 17.89. And your up would be 1805. 1805. 18.05. Your midship draft would be 1797 of even keel, 1823. 1797. 1797. 1797. 17.97. 17.97. Double check. Yes. Zero trim, maximum sailing draft is 1823. Your trimming holes is 109 and your minimum cargo is 4,000. So go back. You see, you have a negative sign here and then your negative sign here because your final drop is not 1823. So this one alone, you will know the error. So you must be keen enough to see these things, and you will have a negative cargo of metric tons. So we change this to 1823. Now, the remaining cargo on the sailing plan is 4,000, but here his recommendation is 3,606. We'll see if this is right. But this graph are really actual reading together with chief officer and the draft surveyor. So you have to rely on this draft. So it says recommended is 3,606 to for uh, sake of computation, accurate computation. We put this one 3,036.06. Okay, then enter. When you once you loaded this one, look at the rise and sink. It's the same with this one. Meaning to say it's really accurate if you use this formula. Do not deviate this formula, this value. This will give you an accurate account of cargo to load. And your sailing drop will be exactly 1823 1823. And your midge drop, which is this one, is 1823. And your main will be 1823. So you will have again a zero deflection. This is how effective uh, this program is. Now, after we have loaded our next problem is how much we're going to load in hold 1 and hold 2. Hold 1 and hold 9, sorry. So it says we go to trim holds 2, then we load in, we change the final trim will be nil, 0, no list, put 0, and we will go to trimming hold of 1 and 9. How much are we going to load in number 1 and number 9? So we go down, and the program will dictate how much we are going to load in number 1. So in number 1, we're going to load 1,820, and off, or in hold number 9, is 1,785. So I will say 18,000, 1,820, 1820. I put here 1820, 20, and your number 9 will be 1,786, 85 or 86 because of the interpolation. And what will be our final selling drop? Will be forward will be 1823 and 1823. So it's an even kill. And your deflection is 0. Your mid drop is 1822, which is this one. Your mid drop 1823, and your main drop 1823 is this one. So you have 0 deflections. Let's see if it's right. 1823, 1823. And we go here. See, the sailing drop is 1823, 1823. So you really hit the target by using this formula. This is a this is a this is a capsize vessel with 9 holes. What about now? Here's another loading sequence. The buoy is 021, and loading port is Port Headland, and discharging port is South Korea. But the trimming hold is 8 and 2. In the previous uh, loading sequence, the trimming hold is 9 and 1. This time it's 8 and 2. So we're going to trim this one in our going to make a trimming hold with our program. So proceed. The after pour 18, he has a drop forward of 1767 and up is 1807. His mid draft is 1787 and he has a trim of 0.40. Now, after the chief officer and surveyor have gone around the vessel, taking up a draft check, and this is what they get of their reading. So we'll apply this one to our program. So forward is 1767. 1767. 17.67. Up is 1807. 1807. 1807. 18.07. And the midship drop or mid drop is 1787. 1787. Oh, sorry. 1787. So here 1787. 87. 17.87. And the sailing wrap or the final mid is 1823 even kill. 1823 even kill. 1823. 1823 even kill. And this is a trim of 20. So put on the trim. Put on here. Final trim is 20 centimeters. Okay. And the trimming hold is 8 and 2. Trimming hold 8 and 2. Okay, 8 and 2. So now from 17.87 mid going up to 1823 meters, we have a 0.36 centimeters from 1787 going up to 1823. So this 0.36 has a value of metric tons. So to get that value again, this is the formula. K8 100 K8 times 100 times M3. So K8 is this the sink and rise times 100, and the M3 is this TPC. TPC is the value of 18.23, the value which is 138.11. So it is being interpolated by these programs to get the exact value of 138.11. The interpolation, to get a view of the interpolation, this is the value of 18 wait, This will be 18, 18 to 1820. Saan yung 1820? Moment ah. Manipulation dito. 1823 would be 1820 and 1840. So 1820 this is 1820 and 1840. And 1840 and 138 71 138 72. So is in between, more or less 138 71. So here we got the exact value of 138 71. So wrist and sink 0.36 times 100 times TPC, and this will be the value of your cargo to load, remain recommended cargo to load. So we will load that to the ship. So let's say 4994. When it's when this value of 1904 is loaded in the ship, your what happened here? 36. I'm sorry, I mistake. 4994. See, whoa. 994. Yeah, that's it. So with my mistake, you will see the difference here because I have made a mistake. So the correct value is 4994. When you load in the vessel, you will have a bid draft of 1822, which is the same, and your sink, rise and sink is 36, is the same. So this formula is really you can trust on this formula. It's very effective. Whoever is the author of this formula, we seamen would be thankful for this, for the guy who made this formula. So you have to trust this one. So look up again. I'll explain. From 1787, he goes up exactly to the level of 1823. So this value, when poured from 1787, he will slowly going up to the level of 1824. So you will never get overloaded or get less cargoes. That will be exact figures. So once then we go to trimming two hoods. And so this is the amount of remaining cargo to load, and we have a trimming of 2 and 8, and we have a 20 ship winter stream. Okay, so how much is to be loaded in hold number 2 and hold number 8? Well, according to the program, we have to load 2,479 or 2480 on hold number 2, and number 8 is 2514. So let's say 2480, 2480, 2480, and you get a value of the same. And what will be our graph? Selling graph. Forward draft will be 1813 and updraft will be 1833. You have deflection is 0, but it's in hug condition, but it's actually 0. And your trim is 20, and we'll see if the value of this forward and updraft is the same. Here we get the same value, 1813, 1833. The trim is 0.20 and the midship draft is 1823 and 0 reflection. 1823 mid is this one. Now we will check if it is it's the same with this loading sequence. Forward draft is 1813 and 1823 is the updraft, and midship is 1024 and the trim is 20. So what I'm trying to say here is that if you have 5 or more loading plan or loading sequence, it would be better if you have that number of loading plans, so you can practice actually. So you will have a level of confidence if you can do practice with 5 or 6 loading sequence. Actually, you don't have to be a chipmate to practice this system. You can be a cadet, OS, AB, third mate, second mate, or you're a student, you're an instructor, whatever you are, you can have this system to be practiced with. All you have to do is have this program, loading program, and you can practice this one. The point here is that, for example, if you're an OS, you want to be an officer. From being an OS until become an officer, that will be take you a number of years. For let's say 10 years or 5 years, 15 years. So in 15 years, if you do this thing, you will be an expert when you come to the vessel. Actually, what we are doing now is the work of the shipmate on board. So there's no difference. It's the same thing. Whatever the shipmate does on board, it is also the same as we are doing now. So why not do it now when you have much time to practice? So that is my point here. So if we have a father, a brother, or relative who is a deck officer, a shipmate, so you ask him to supply you with the loading plan or loading sequence, and then you practice at home. That's the one way of learning. And by the time that you become an officer or a chief officer, it's very easy for you. So that's my point here. I hope you will enjoy this presentation and enjoy if you have this program. But if you want to request for Excel form, I'll be gladly to give you one. Just send a request on my email. Uh, Thank you and have a good day.